I haven't played any extraction shooters before. They've always been this weird genre that I've stayed away from since they seem so competitive or just too hard. Eventually, my mate gifted me a game I'd heard of before called Showdown. I installed it, launched up the game, and was greeted by... And I knew this would be a banger.
And when you come up from behind, I feel your breath.
The music of Showdown is mainly composed by the talented Port Sulphur Band, with Nicolette Stewart and her incredible voice as the lead singer. There isn't any in-game music during a match except for pianos or gramophones you find in the map, which you know damn well I'm playing on site, no matter the cost. But the music that plays during loading screens or in the menu does an amazing job at immersing you in Hunt's world, and honestly, comes up naturally in my head during gunfights or downtime since it's so damn memorable. Seriously, just hearing that damn instantly has me ready to get on the game. It helps to create and establish Showdown's core theme, which leads me into my next point. Art direction. Showdown has some of the most unique art direction I've seen in a game, which, at the end of the day, is pretty expected for a game about cowboys hunting eldritch horrors. Every single environment in this game is poster-worthy. Oh, wow, look at that. Not just due to the beautiful graphics, or because dark westerns are badass, but mainly because of the powerful atmospheres that each location provides. A shootout in a burning cabin, trekking through a foggy bayou, quietly clearing a dark church. These are all scenes that I would expect from a planned out single player campaign. They're just happening naturally in a multiplayer game. Each enemy, boss, item is wonderfully detailed, and from a gameplay perspective, allows you to easily become familiar with the game's mechanics even if you've never touched the tutorial. Take the Immolator for example. He's a burnt husk that glows orange and has puffs of smoke trailing him. What do you think he does? He sets you on fire. These subtle design cues are everywhere in the game, and not only does it look so damn good, but it provides a certain flow of mastery in the game that isn't just die and try again. Getting back to Showdown's art direction, it works in tandem with the game's atmosphere brilliantly, which blends into a lot of different moods throughout any given match. It's tense, brutal, oppressive, but most of all, this game is best at panic. Boards will suddenly creak under your boots, birds will screech as a hunter walks by, and whatever the hell this is makes this sound, and it evokes a certain panic that pulls you into the moment, and it works well as this game is an extraction shooter, which universally prey on panic as a subtle mechanic, like Escape from Tarkov. Moving on to the main bread and butter of Showdown, its gameplay. It's a simple premise, made complicated through all of the different builds and weapons, allowing for a bunch of different playstyles depending on whatever works for you, or at least however many hunt dollars you have. Obviously, this is an extraction shooter, so you spawn in, get stuff, and get out, but for Showdown, the thing you're searching for is a bounty, which you start to pinpoint where it is by discovering clues using a thing called Darksight, thinning out locations as the match goes on. Then, you finally get to this place, and in the case of my first time playing Hunt, walk into... See what I mean about panic? This gameplay loop of shooting monsters would be a peak game in of itself, but you're competing against a whole lobby of other hunters who are looking for the same thing that you are. This is where Showdown thrives. 12 players hunting one target. Or two, sometimes. Showdown also has mechanics built in for you to completely ignore the target and instead hunt other hunters. Birds will fly away in the direction that a player scared them from, gunshots will ring out from locations, and when a boss's bounty is being banished, a storm reveals their rough location and will continue to follow them until they extract. You'll definitely get into gunfights when running into another group of hunters at a clue's location, but when this storm appears, it becomes a constant game of cat and mouse. No. The hunters with the bounty gain a boost to their dark sight, allowing them to see enemy players through walls. It's not exactly CSGO ESP, but you'll know their general direction, which is mostly more than enough to get the jump on them. Even with this advantage, which you only get 5 seconds of use out of, you can never roam through a field without feeling like there's a scope trained in on your head, which, for the most part, is usually true. So, I've yapped on long enough about the premise. I want to talk about the tools at your disposal in Showdown, which is fancy terms for guns. There's your standard grenades, pistols, revolvers, shotguns, rifles, but then you have bomb lancers, derringers, crossbows, this weird looking little guy. Use a gun enough and you'll get an alternate version, so now you've got a chain revolver, an 1876 Super Shorty, or an automatic Mosin. The best part is, all of these guns are viable, all of them having their own downsides and advantages. So the crossbow has incredible damage, but the reload time is insanely slow. You can even change what rounds your weapons fire, making them inflict bleed or setting your enemies ablaze, which is always fun. When you're not the person being set on fire anyway, then it's unfair. And I haven't even begun to talk about perks. Some are must-haves, some are situational. I won't bore you by talking about all of them, because you get the idea. There's a lot of flexibility when it comes to making your hunter, but all of that effort can be wiped away from a well-placed headshot, which gives all of the combat encounters way more stakes, as your hunter's death could mean 4 successful matches wasted. Man, is it fun! There's so many cool experiences to be had. Between the different game modes and frequent updates, the fluid combat and unique atmosphere, Hunt truly stands in a league of its own. I had some other stuff written down here for padding, but honestly, I'll just end things by saying it simply. Hunt Showdown is a fun game, and it was for me personally a great first experience for an extraction shooter. I cannot recommend it enough. And that's the end. Before you click off, I know you were going to, don't lie. If you like this sort of video, then subscribe. I'll do more reviews just like this one on different games, and at the end of the day, I'm a small channel, so it helps a ton. I also have a video reviewing DayZ, so you can give that a watch there. Now it's the end. Okay, bye-bye.